This is the most important chart for Bitcoin, and I am only watching this blue line over here. It is the 50 weekly moving average, and in today's video I'll be telling you exactly why this line is so important and why I'm watching this line so aggressively. What is going to be my next game plan in the markets, because we've been dumping ever so slightly to the downside. The Bitcoin CME gap has been getting filled up exactly as we did expect. So we'll be talking about that and much more in today's update video. So as always, let's get started with a shorter time frame. And in a shorter time frame, yes, Bitcoin and Ethereum have been dumping to the downside again after yesterday's FOMC meeting, where Fed Jerome Powell has basically said that he cannot assure more rate cuts by December. And yeah, obviously that is going to be bearish by the markets. Now, the market is still expecting another rate cut in December, and that is what is being priced in with a 70% probability. Now, anyways, definitely the Bitcoin markets, yeah, they're pretty weak because yesterday we also saw the ending of quantitative tightening by the 1st of December, and still the market didn't really react very positively to that. I would have expected at least a little bit more strength, but yeah, the Bitcoin market is just very weak. On good news, we dump even further, and on bad news, we drop like a rock. So this is a clear signal of a distribution for me. Let's wait and see. Maybe, hopefully, we can find some strength. In that case, we may potentially have a look into an inverse head and shoulders pattern getting formed now, but I highly doubt it. I really want to have a look into this chart now. Obviously, we have been filling up the CME gap exactly like we have been expecting, but I really want to have a look into this chart here, because this is where the real opportunity lies. Arguably, we are still holding on to this level of previous resistance turning into support now. We are really hanging on live support right now in the shorter time frame. But also, arguably, we have just seen a liquidity grab above the bull and bear market support band, and right now we are moving down below it again. Now, if we are moving down below it again, if we are seeing just another rejection by this level, well, I would still really have a look into the 50 weekly moving average, which is basically bull market support. Always, every single bull market, as long as you trade above the 50 weekly moving average, you're still in a bull market. And whenever you break down below it, well, then the bear market really starts, and then yeah, the downwards price action really begins. Right now we are still trading above the 50 weekly moving average, so I would still like to say that we're trading in a bull market, and I would still like to be optimistic about Bitcoin's price action. I would still rather be in long positions, and I do think that if Bitcoin comes back down to the 103K approximately in the following few weeks, well, I do think that we can be seeing a very nice opportunity from a bounce from off this level, and then maybe a continuation into the bull market. Now, anyways, definitely
because
this
it
bit of a
unlocks
dump which we are seeing now didn't come unexpected for us. I've been talking about the Bitcoin CME gap. I've been talking about the FOMC meeting, how usually we have seen dumps after the FOMC meeting, which we are also exactly seeing now. Almost exactly our whole dump like we have been talking about 6 or 7% to the downside. We almost filled this box exactly. I have been talking about this chart over here, where I'm going to be talking about more a little bit later. But first, if you are going to be getting interested in trading yourself as well, because I do think that there's going to be a very good opportunity coming up if we do come back to the downside again, and especially for Ethereum. Well, if you're interested in trading, make sure to check out the second link down below, because with that second link down below, you can claim a huge 50% deposit bonus, $100 US dollar free coupon with the first link down below, only with the first link down below. Sign up a new account. You do not need to do anything. No KYC required. You can already claim this $100 US dollar coupon, and then also these huge deposit bonuses with also a 25% trading fee discount with only that link down below. So make sure to check that one out. Anyways, we have just seen another rate cut, right? The quantitative tightening is going to be stopping, so we're headed for not an easing cycle, but definitely a flat line like we have seen in 2017 right over here as well. Now, in my opinion, this scenario, which we are having now for the Bitcoin chart, is very similar as 2019. Now, I've been talking about this scenario already very extensively at the initial first rate cut of this August. If you just go back to my videos 2 months ago, you can clearly see that I've been outlining the 2019 scenario a lot. I've been discussing it a lot, and I have been talking about the fact that over here we have seen a rising trend for Bitcoin, just like we have seen right now. US interest rates were cutting, were going down, just like right over here in 2019. Quantitative tightening stopped. We went from a quantitative tightening cycle into a quantitative easing. And after it stopped, well, basically we have seen this huge downturn for Bitcoin. And doesn't this look very similar to the price action we are seeing now? I definitely do think that this is a signal of a danger for Bitcoin for the longer time frame, and maybe potentially this might be our signal that yes, indeed, we are going to be headed into that bear market. Now, I do want to be quickly saying that if we do head for that bear market, this is only going to be giving us some real big opportunity. If we are indeed going to be seeing this downturn for Bitcoin, I'm going to be accumulating like crazy, and I'm going to be buying the dip like crazy during that bear market, and it's only going to be bringing us for a very good opportunity for the next bull cycle, where we're going to be profiting a lot next cycle again. Just like we have seen in 2019 to 2020, first we have seen a huge correction with even a flash crash. And after that, we have seen the greatest bull markets ever, because quantitative easing was there, because US interest rates were at literally zero. So if we're going to be seeing the same thing happening again, with US interest rates dropping to zero, with quantitative easing once again being introduced, well then next cycle, it's going to be even bigger. So make sure to keep that one in mind. That is what I'm looking for right now. Anyways, if you want to know exactly what I'm doing in real time, because I've been saying that this is my next game plan. If we dump to the 106 to 103k, I am going to be starting to look for new opportunities. That has been my game plan. I have been calling for these numbers. Well, if you want to be up to date about what I'm doing in absolute real time, make sure to join the Platinum group with the first link down below, because over here, I'm sharing everything in real time with my new trades, with Off the Crypto Alpha. I'm sharing a lot of Crypto Alpha very regularly, and like I've also said, here tomorrow is the FOMC meeting. Usually we have seen a 7% correction. Anyways, definitely I am still bullish on Ethereum. I still do think that if Bitcoin behaves a little bit in a shorter time frame, if it still will consolidate a little bit and still remain to trade above the 50 weekly moving average, I still do think that new optimize are on the table for Ethereum. We can easily see another push to the upside. That can all still happen during this cycle. So I'm still bullish. I'm still in long positions as long as we still trade above the 50 weekly moving average. I want to emphasize that, because some people will think that I'm crazy bearish, but that couldn't be any further from the truth. I'm still definitely bullish, but I'm just aware of all of the bearish signals we're getting. Also, we are approaching that end of the 4-year cycle theory, right? Reaching that topping phase. We are breaking the parabolic structure, and we have hit the second Fibonacci level of resistance. So these are also major signals. Also, momentum is dropping off for Bitcoin for this move to the upside, and we are entering that 4-year cycle top, right? On-chain signals have been peaking out, so this is looking pretty bad for this cycle. Anyways, with that being said, this was it for me in today's update video. Make sure to check out all of the links down below if you like free money and if you like cheap trading fees. Check it out, and also join the Platinum group. And guys, with that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.